What's up, family? I'm no chef, but I'll be cooking, and today I'm going to show you 3 delicious, super easy, beginner-friendly vegan lunch ideas. We're starting off with the barbecue cauliflower, then we're going to do the sweet potato black bean cups. That is one of my favorites. And then we're going to do the vegan Cajun Alfredo with the crispy tofu. I'm going to walk y'all exactly how I do it, but first, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so y'all can get all my content as soon as it drops. Now let's get into it. Okay, first things first, we need to prepare the cauliflower. First, I'm pulling the leaves off. Then I'm going to cut the stem off the bottom. And then I'm going to pull apart the cauliflower florets, as well as cut those florets into bite-sized pieces. I like mine kind of small. That way they can stay more crispy. Then just grab a large bowl. We're going to make our batter, starting with 1 cup of plant milk, unsweetened. Add some lemon juice. That's going to make us a buttermilk. Then add in some flour, about 1 cup. And 1/2 cup of tapioca starch. Then we're gonna season that up with garlic powder, onion powder, you already know, let your ancestors guide you, some smoked paprika, and some salt. And don't forget a couple twists of black pepper. Then whisk that up until fully combined and smooth. Mine was a bit thin, so I added about 1/4 cup more flour to thicken that up. Then add your cauliflower right into this batter. You're going to use a silicone spoon to mix that up gently to make sure each floret is coated in this batter. Once everything is fully coated, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of vegan panko and give that a quick toss to make sure the panko is evenly distributed through all of the cauliflower florets. I really like doing it this way because they stay crispy once they're baked and that batter just don't pull off like when you fry them. And we're gonna add them to a lined baking sheet. Then bake at 425 for 20 minutes. And after the 20 minutes, we're gonna pull them out, flip them all over, spray them with some avocado oil, and then bake again for another 10 to 15 minutes until nice golden brown and crispy. And after that, we're going to put them right out the oven and add them to a large mixing bowl and pour our heated favorite barbecue sauce over them and toss them until they're fully coated. My favorite is Stubb's Sticky Sweet, and that's what I'm using here. And there you have it. We have our cauliflower wings. You can't tell me those don't look like real wings. I've topped mine off with some green onions. You can also use chiles. And you can have a dipping sauce. But me, with barbecue, I don't need a dipping sauce. I eat them just like this. So our cauliflower wings are done. They turned out absolutely amazing. Only thing left to do is to taste them. These came out perfect. Make sure you try this recipe for yourself. Now on to the next recipe. We're on to our black bean sweet potato cups, and first we need to peel our sweet potato. Then grate it. Now this part is a little tedious, especially with the grater I have. Now if you have a food processor that has the grate option, I would use that instead because this takes some time. Then we add our grated sweet potato into a large mixing bowl. Then we add 2 to 3 tablespoons of avocado oil, half a cup of vegan panko, some salt to taste, some black pepper to taste, and some garlic powder to taste. Then just mix that up until fully combined and mix thoroughly. Grab a muffin pan, spread with some avocado oil, then you're gonna add 2 to 3 tablespoons of the sweet potato mixture and press it down with a spoon. Then we're gonna bake at 350 for 30 minutes, and while that's baking, we're gonna work on our beans. For our bean mixture, we're gonna need half of a red onion, dice that. Then dice half of a red bell pepper and half of a green bell pepper. Then add 1 to 2 tablespoons of avocado oil to a pan on medium heat, add in your onions and your peppers. We're gonna saute that until soft for about 3 minutes. Then season the taste with some salt, some chili powder, coriander or cumin, smoked paprika, and a couple twists of black pepper. Then add about a tablespoon of adobo sauce, some minced garlic. Then toss that to make sure all the seasonings fully coat the onion and pepper mixture, and cook for about 1 more minute before adding in the black beans. Then mix in the black beans until everything is fully incorporated. And we're gonna add in about a 1/4 cup of vegetable broth. Get that a good mix, and we're gonna cook this for another 3 to 5 minutes. And when this is close to being done, we're gonna smash up some of them beans with the back of our spoon. Add in some parsley and some lime juice, give that a quick toss, and then we have our bean mixture. If you've been following me, you'll know I make this bean recipe all the time on my channel. It's my go-to because it's just so good. It's been 30 minutes, so we pull that muffin pan out of the oven. Then we're gonna add about a tablespoon or 2 of that bean mixture into each cup. Then top it with your favorite vegan Mexican cheese. I'm using Tbsp brand. And then we're gonna bake this for another 30 minutes at 350. And when it comes out the oven, it should look like this. You see how that Tbsp cheese melted? I don't think I'm gonna use any other vegan cheese from now on, because that cheese melted so good, and it even has those little brown spots that real cheese have when you put it in the oven. Use a knife to loosen the sides and scoop it out with the spoon. This is the best way I know how to get them out without making them break. And they should look something like this. It's so cool, man. This is one of my most creative recipes. Then just pull a couple out, put them in a plate with some salsa or your favorite dipping sauce. I like to use salsa. Some people might want some sour cream. That's not my bag, but whatever you choose to do, that's up to you. So our black bean sweet potato cups are done. They smell amazing. They turned out amazing. Only thing left to do is the taste test. They stay together pretty good, but you still have to be gentle with them so they don't fall apart. As you can see, I'm holding them in my hand like this, and they're still staying together. These are absolutely fire. Make sure you try this recipe out for yourself. On to the next recipe. On to our vegan Cajun Alfredo. First thing we need to do is make our Cajun seasoning with 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of black pepper, white pepper, onion powder, oregano, and cayenne pepper. Mix thoroughly, then set aside until we need it. On to our batter for our crispy tofu. We need 1 cup of flour and about 2 teaspoons of the Cajun seasoning. Mix that up thoroughly. Then in another bowl, we need 1 cup of vegan panko and about 1 teaspoon of the Cajun seasoning. Gonna mix that up thoroughly. In the last bowl, we need 1 cup of unsweetened plant milk with 2 tablespoons of mustard. I'm using yellow, but you can also use Dijon mustard as well. Then whisk that up until it's fully combined. Then cut your tofu into triangle shapes and then cut those triangles in half the long ways to make them thinner. I'm using Tofu, the pumpkin seed, soy-free tofu. When it's done, it should look something like this. Then we dip it in the wet batter to make sure both sides is fully coated. Let the excess drip off, put it in the flour, fully coat it in the flour. Then we're gonna put it back in the wet mixture. Make sure it's fully coated. We're gonna dip it back in the flour mixture. Make sure it's fully coated. Put it back in a wet mixture, and then lastly, we're gonna dip it into the panko and make sure all sides is fully coated in the panko. I know it may seem like a lot, but it goes a long way to make sure your tofu is extra crispy. And add them to a lined baking sheet, spray with avocado oil, bake at 425 for 15 minutes, pull out, flip, spray them again, then bake them for another 15 minutes. Onto our Alfredo sauce, we need to dice half of a yellow onion and mince 4 cloves of garlic. Then add 1 or 2 tablespoons of vegan butter to a pan on medium heat. Once that's melted, add in your onions. Cook those until they soften, about 2 to 3 minutes. Add in your minced garlic, season the taste with salt and black pepper. Then you're gonna cook that for about another minute until the garlic is fragrant. Then remove from heat and set aside until we need it. Then get 8 cups of water in a large pot bowl and add some salt to it. Add in your pasta and cook as directed. I'm using Bonza chickpea pasta as always. Then to our blender, we're gonna add 1 cup of cashews that I've soaked overnight. Our onions and garlic that we just sauteed. A 1.5 cups of unsweetened plant milk, a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of salt, and half a lemon juice. Then we're gonna blend that on high until completely smooth. Then pour our sauce into a pan on medium heat. And add as much as that Cajun seasoning as your heart desires. I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Mix that in until all the clumps are gone and it's fully combined. Once it starts to thicken, I'm gonna add in some vegan Parmesan cheese. This is the Violife brand. It's a game changer. I think I added about 1/4 cup of this Parmesan cheese. Then we're gonna mix that in until it's fully melted. Pour in our rigatoni chickpea pasta, then gently toss until all the pasta is fully coated in that creamy Alfredo sauce. I ain't gonna lie, this looks absolutely amazing. Then add some to a plate topped with the crispy tofu, fresh parsley, and freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Our vegan Cajun Alfredo pasta with the crispy tofu is done. It turned out absolutely amazing. It looks and smells delicious. Only thing left to do is to taste it. Oh my God. This is so fire. Been a minute since I had this, and I don't remember it being this good, but it's amazing. Please try this recipe for yourself along with the other 2 recipes I made in this video. Let me know in the comments how they turned out. As usual, drop some suggestions in my comments of recipes or video ideas that you have. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.